And there's a reason our listeners call themselves the Madness. And it's because so many of them are dreamers and so many of them are struggling to exist. And yet they fight and fight and fight to continue to exist and push forward just in life and through their struggles. Another vulnerable vid from me about our story. Honestly, just because we are so close right now, not just in the discussions we're having, but like in the growth of our listener base and people getting our message and people like taking on the music themselves and like owning our music, which like is awesome. I love it. Like we're so close to breaking through, and I wanted to talk to you about our next step because I think a lot of times people become frozen where they are. And I have felt that for the last like several months because we've been working on all this new music, but hadn't actually released anything. And you really start to feel like you kind of just become frozen in your momentum and you don't know where to go next. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about anyone who feels that way that's watching this, what we're doing. And yeah, naturally, like this is going to plug the band because that's what I do. Apologies right now for talking about City of Sound. So for the last 5-6 months, we have been recording music videos, trying to figure out how to make money off our music, remain independent, continue producing our own music, preparing a rollout plan for all these new songs. So our first step, which has taken 6 months to get to, you've all seen it. We are releasing our song Us on July 12th, and I will put the pre-save link in the comments just because pre-save helps us so much. And you've probably seen me pushing that on all of my vids, but it's because it's so important. And because some of the meetings we have had people say no, but they haven't said never. And that's been kind of the biggest push for us is they're still orbiting us right now. And it's because they want to see what we do. And I kind of noticed the reason they said no, a lot of it is because of socials. And I understand that people hate that. It is the way it is. And it was because of our Spotify numbers because they're not as high. And yeah, that hurts because you think to yourself, man, we spent all these years creating all this music and we've sold out shows and we've done all these, like we've done tours, and like you think to yourself, like our fan base always shows up for us. And it's like, what more do we have to do? And it is crazy that you would have to divert to focus more on content than your music to make it and to make people believe in what you're doing. But that's the way the world is. So for the last 6 months, there has been a freezing. We do have all this momentum, but like, where do we go? Like, where else can we take this? Like, we feel like we've done everything. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who feel like that right now. I feel like they've done everything they can and they've maybe built something up and now they don't know where to go with it or the next step to take. And I guess I just wanted to make a video where I just encourage you to make that next step, surrender expectations, even surrender vision, and just take that risk. Just take the risk. I have no idea what's going to happen with us the next few months. We have our new song, Us, coming out. Then we have a show in Los Angeles that's a showcase with Breaking Sound on July 26th. And then we're going to announce a show in Malibu. That's a big show for us. And then this is all behind the scenes, but we're going to announce a Southwest tour in September and a Midwest tour in October. All of that costs money. And for us, though, the idea is if we can sell out all those shows and build up our following and build up our listener base, maybe, just maybe, by driving ourselves into being broke and no money coming in, we can convince one of these groups to say yes to us, which will help us evolve, take that next step, and get into that next level. And it's very nerve-wracking. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that like it's easy to take that risk. It's easy to step into surrender and just trust that it's going to work. No, of course it's not. I'm terrified. I'm terrified people don't like our new song. I'm terrified that, we're not going to sell tickets to this LA show. I'm terrified we're not going to sell tickets to our next one. I'm terrified we don't sell out the tour shows. So then when we come back to the table for these talks, we don't have the numbers. I'm terrified our content isn't going to get a good reaction that we've been posting, so we don't get the following. And then you just find yourself back at square one with all this music and nowhere to take it. So I get it. And y'all know, like, I more make these videos when I need it. So please don't think that I'm like being preachy, because that is not my intent. This is actually more of a conversation, and it helps me because talking this out allows me to, as ridiculous as it sounds, know that there's someone out there who is listening. And it's just a good way to like just get it off the chest and then just be fearless. For anyone who feels frozen and feels like, what is there left that I can do with this? I just want to encourage you to take that risk. I have no idea if it's going to work out, and I'm not going to act like it does always work out. But I do want to encourage you to bet on yourself. I know what the madness is like, and there's a reason our listeners call themselves the madness. And it's because so many of them are dreamers and so many of them are struggling to exist, and yet they fight and fight and fight to continue to exist and push forward just in life and through their struggles. And it takes a little bit of madness to make it through this life. It's something that I've always really loved about our listener base. They got that hint of madness. And that's the reason why I call all of y'all beautiful savages, because there's a beautiful savagery to the way they approach our music and how they live their life and how they push forward and how they speak to each other and support each other and how they look past differences. And I really love how our listener base, they always approach with one thing. All they care about is one similarity. We're all human, and everything starts at human first. And that's what matters. For anyone who feels frozen, give in to a little bit of the madness. Take that risk and bet on yourself. You might go into major debt and have no idea how to pay it off. But what if it all works out? What if it all turns into something that is beautiful and great, reaches people and brings people together and finds people at one of their lowest points? What if what you're doing, it doesn't change the world, doesn't change society, but it helps someone, and it helps someone move forward? Surely that's enough. So I guess I'm making this video because I'm taking on our listeners' collective name. The next few months I'm giving into the madness because I am trusting that this frozen feeling is just darkness trying to keep us at bay. And if I'm going to bet on anyone, I'm going to bet on us, and all of us, every one of us, because I trust that we are about to do something incredible and beautiful and absolutely savage. I love you guys. Just had to get that off my chest because I've been feeling the nerves, stress, the fear, and y'all know it's always love over fear. And it's your love that helps push me through. So here's to our next steps. One step at a time. New song, LA Showcase. New song, show in Malibu. New song, Southwest Tour, Midwest Tour. Let's get a deal. Remain independent, get an independent deal, bring money in, blow City of Sound to the sky. That's what I believe. And it's just going to take a little bit of madness.
Choose to heal. You may find the path beyond the pain. Your shattered sheets are here, the land of trampled fields, but the flower will guide our way. Could take these skies together, could make a great escape. Why trade petals for shelter? We can hold on to each other and watch the world away. Those who remain and can face the night, who have entered the fray and lost every time. To you who sees a grave as an equal alive, these stains you no longer need. You bled your wrist for the last time. You may find the path beyond the pain.
Here's to those that make us witnesses.